Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I am going to be doing my review for the match we just saw between the Reds and the Blues. A close match. As you can see, only 7 points was the difference in this one. A lot of tries being scored between these two sides. Also, a little bit of a stalemate between them at times, but it was a very entertaining match to watch. As you can see, the Blues try scorers, Dalton Papali'i, Mark Talia, Patrick Tuipulotu, and also Finlay Christie. Then for the Reds, they were able to score 4 times, or sorry, it wasn't 4 times, it was only the 3, and that was the tries of Harry Wilson, Brendan Payanga-Mosa, and Filippo Dalgunu. But a very exciting match and a great way to finish the Saturday. So at this stage, or sorry, it's Friday, isn't it? We got Saturday tomorrow. I'm having a shocker. But yeah, it was a very entertaining match to watch. So we will look at the table straight away. Now, this table isn't completely updated, but it was updated after the Crusaders match. So the Blues now will move into first place. They will be sitting on 19 points, but they didn't receive that bonus point because of the fact that they were only able to score the 1 try more than the Reds. So that means now, at this stage, the Highlanders and also maybe, you'd say the Crusaders, they're still right in the running because of not receiving that bonus point for the Blues. So you've got that situation of if the Hurricanes win this next match and they win it with a bonus point up against the Brumbies tomorrow, or I guess it's almost today, 5 minutes away, that will mean that then they will be sitting in first place. But yeah, it was a very entertaining match. Lot of back and forth rugby between the two sides. We will look through a few of the stats. And in the end, the Reds actually had more meters carried, 492 in the end, compared to the 419 of the Blues. Also more carries, defenders beaten 24 apiece, and also turnovers conceded 13 each. Tackles 160 made by the Blues, 110 by the Reds. Both sides missing 24 tackles. They were pretty even in some regards, and penalties 10 against the Reds, 10 against the Blues and 9 against the Reds, with the yellow card of Brendan Payanga-Mosa. And at that moment, that kind of shifted the momentum in the game. He got the yellow card in the 25th, and during the time he was off, Dalton Papali'i scored the first try of the match for the Blues, and then also Mark Talia was able to get the second in that same yellow card period. But yeah, we will look through some stats of the players as well. Hope you all did enjoy the match as well, and we are going to be looking forward to the next match that is going to be taking place, which is the Highlanders versus the Waratahs. That's going to be tomorrow at 7:05 p.m. New Zealand time, and then we've also got the Brumbies versus the Hurricanes, with a Sunday game being the Chiefs versus the Rebels. That game is going to be in Sydney. And at least I will put this back up so you guys can see the score, and we will look through some of the stats. Overall, I have to say Matt Greeley, he got thrown in the deep end a little bit. I believe he was getting ready to play club rugby, and he was told, you know what, you're going to be the Reds number 15 because Higgidy was unavailable. So he went out there and he had a decent performance, and I feel like it kind of helped him out a little bit because of the fact he didn't have too long to try and think about it, which can help some players. Other players kind of need that process to be able to kind of take in the moment, but he just went out there and played some of his best rugby. And I feel like he is a face we're going to see for the Reds in the future. We have got Henry Samuel in the chat, has said, yo, welcome to the live stream, Henry. What did you think of the 2 games that we have seen for Friday night so far? And we have also got there that Filippo Dalgunu scored another try, scoring 2 tries in a row now in the last 2 matches. 66 meters carried, 2 defenders beaten, 1 clean break. Harry Wilson once again just pouring on the numbers, 70 meters carried and 17 carries, 5 defenders beaten was the word that I was trying to say, and also Payanga-Mosa 73 meters carried. Late live stream, says Henry Samuel. It is indeed, although it will be even later because we have got one in 5 hours' time for the Rainbow Cup South Africa. That is going to be the the Bulls versus the Stormers. And yeah, it's a very late night game indeed. We have got Zahn Sullivan there, 77 meters, and he has a very good kicking game. Zahn Sullivan was using it to his advantage. Mark Talia running hard with the ball back in the starting lineup, 71 meters. And these are all stats that may be updated a little bit later on. Good, and by the way, the Wellington Phoenix played. They did indeed, and I heard that it was 3-0 at halftime. So I'm not too sure where it ended up after that. But hopefully, in the end, I think they just miss out on the playoffs, though, which is a shame. Angus Scott Young, though, 12 tackles in this match, 11 for Hamish Stewart, Harry Wilson, and also Lukan Salakai-Lotto. 13 tackles made by TJ Faiani, I should say. But then you got to look at the numbers from Cowley Tuioti. 19 tackles made, 2 turnovers won, 18 for Dalton Papali'i, 1 turnover won, and also there were a few men with 13 or so, which is pretty impressive. I'm the only person chatting to you. I think everyone else has decided to go to bed since there is another big game or another 2 big games tomorrow. And at this stage, yeah, that is, I mean, I don't mind it though. I feel like it's one of those ones that sometimes you have a lot of people and other times you don't have many. But either way, I just love talking about these games with you guys. Marco Vunipola has made his way into the chat as well. Yeah, the boys, welcome in, mate. Be right back as well, says Henry. So I guess in one way you kind of tagged Marco Vunipola into the chat, as he is now going to be the one chatting with us. But nonetheless, Marco Vunipola, Hurricanes versus Brumbies. Are the Hurricanes getting the bonus point? That's the big question on everyone's mind, because if they do, they will be in first place on the table. If not, it will be more than likely the Blues and then the Crusaders to follow. But I'm here, mate. I'm always here, lol. Well, most times I try to be as well, says Marco Vunipola. You are very consistent. I will give you that. You've been, ever since about 100 subscribers, I think you've been in probably every single live stream other than maybe about 4. And those are normally when you've got something else on or you're actually at the game. So, yeah, very much appreciate it. Go to Canes, says Henry Samuel as well. So he is thinking they'll be able to get that win over the Brumbies. But the Brumbies playing, I feel like they didn't play great against the Blues, but they didn't play too badly either. I feel like a couple handling errors and a couple penalties, if they can sort that out, they'll be a hard side to face up against the Hurricanes. My voice is almost gone, but luckily I have got some hot chips in the air fryer. So I will get treated to them a little bit later on in the night. But yeah, interesting how this match went. I feel like not too many people saw it being this close. I know a lot of people were back in the Reds. I think most were maybe Crusader supporters, but in the end, the Blues were able to hang on. It was in that situation in the last 10 minutes. It's the game tomorrow, 12 a.m., says Henry Samuel. Okay, well, we are just sitting at 11:59 p.m. So at this stage, it is tomorrow, but in about 2 seconds later, yeah, it will be into the situation of being today instead. And we have what's got in there from Marco Vunipola, top tackler stats, mate. Let's hear him. Give them to me, baby, as well. Well, we got some big numbers for the tacklers. Of course, the likes of, for the Reds, the highest was Angus Scott-Young with 12, but I feel like they're not the ones who you want to hear. You want to hear about the Blues, and that is Kauli Tuioti making 19 tackles, 2 turnovers, 1. Then you got Dalton Papali, 18 tackles, 1 turnover, 1. Faiani had 13 tackles, Hodgman 13, Eklund 12, Robinson 12. The Blues were making a lot of tackles, 160 to be, to be exact. How many games are today? Basically, at this stage, for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, there will be 2 games. The first one, the Highlanders versus the Waratahs, and the second will be the Brumbies versus the Hurricanes. So the Highlanders at this stage, I feel like they're a little bit of a dark horse because of the fact, if we look at the table, right, at this stage, the Blues move up onto the total of the amount that they will be on, which I've forgotten. They'll be on 19. Crusaders will be on 18. And then the Highlanders, if the Highlanders win, they will move themselves up to 17 or 18 points. So depending on how much of a win they have, if they have a big win over the Waratahs, they could actually leapfrog the Crusaders almost. And then it will be anyone's game at that stage. So it's going to be exciting to see how this one will be finishing, that is for sure. Because I think at this stage, it is good that it is going to come down to the last round because of the fact that it keeps everyone still intrigued. And it isn't a one-horse race yet. Kauli Tuioti is really playing out of his skin this season, putting in the big shifts lately. He is indeed. And I feel like it's one of those ones, you know you've played well when they're willing to take Patrick Tuipulotu, a man who scored a try. They're willing to take him off the field and replace him with Jacob Pearce rather than yourself. Like, I feel like that's a really big kind of pat on the back for Kauli Tuioti. It's like Akira Ioane. He had quite a few handling errors, so he didn't actually get to stay out there probably as long as he would have liked. But I don't know whether number 8 is for him. I think he prefers playing 6, and they've got a specialist at number 8 in Hoskins Satutu, so maybe impact player off the bench if they were going to do that, or Tom Robinson. He's normally a lock, isn't he? If I'm not wrong, Tom Robinson used to be. I wonder if this live stream is going until 1 a.m. I don't think it will, purely because my chips started cooking just before the live stream, so if it went till 1 a.m., they would be sadly cold. And I don't know, I mean, cold chips are still chips, but cold chips, normally you prefer to be in a bag with some salt on them and cut quite thinly, such as a Bluebird or something along those lines. But yeah, these are just standard hot chips. Well, they should be getting hot anyway. They've been in for about 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, at the end of the day, 7 points was the only difference in this game between these two sides. The Blues able to just hang on, because at the end, like 10 minutes left, the Reds were starting to pour on the pressure. Filippo Dalgunu nailing a kick from 40-something meters out. He's never been one who is known for his kicking, but he was just like, yeah, I'll take it. Casual as you like, walks up, nails the kick, and then in the end they went back, and then unfortunately just a knock on for them. I played a game of rugby today at 7 p.m. That was the only. That was why I only got a few minutes in Crusaders game. By the way, just eat the chips in the live stream as well. It says Rizzo and Maxi is saying oven fries McCain's. They aren't actually. They are Makiki fries. Although, yeah, you're from Canterbury, so you'll know about Makiki fries just up the road from myself, and they are in the air fryer. So switching it up a little bit, see how they go. Because normally I end up with Makiki fries. I have found if you cook them in the oven, you normally burn them, or they like end up going a little bit black around the outside. So I do them in the air fry, and you get that nice crisp on them, and no oil or anything like that in that regard. And we have got cold hot chips. Chips are nasty. If they're cold, you can never revive them to once hot, crispy taste glory as well. Okay, you've done it again. What's an air fryer, said Maxi? It's pretty much an air fryer. I guess the easiest way to describe it is pretty much it's just a box that sits on the bench, and it's pretty much it's like what you put a rotisserie chicken in. It kind of ends up frying it with the air, and it's kind of in a contraption in the middle, like it's kind of in like a cage, and it rotates them while the air pushes around them at hot amounts. I feel like an air fryer is quite a hard thing to describe, isn't it? But pretty much it's so that you don't have to put them in a tray or cook them in oil or anything. You can just kind of cook them in their own box or their basket in the middle. Show us the chips in the fryer and show us the packet, brother. Makiki fries, it is called. And what's Makiki fries? I've never heard of them, mate. I'll show us the chips in the air fryer. The air fryer is in the kitchen, unfortunately, so I don't think the camera will be long enough. But I'll look up. I feel like I've got to show you guys Makiki fries. We've gotten slightly distracted from the one, but that is all right. I feel like this is what makes them so fun, is the fact that, we just end up not really worrying about what's going on and just looking for the Makiki fries. Right, what do we got in the images side of it? Makiki fries, okay, that's a decent image, kind of, I guess. I will show you guys it in a very short moment once it loads. Try as well, says Henry Samuel. The cable is a meter long and the kitchen is way over there, unfortunately, so I can't really get it there. I used my air fryer without thinking about the heat exhaust out the back and ended up melting the microwave as well. There's Marco for the polar bear. Like a small fan oven. I guess, yeah, that is actually, I feel like you described it like 10 times better than I did, to be fair, because what did I call it? Just a box that sits on the bench. We are allowing, it wants to know where my location is. Right. We got pretty much, hopefully it focuses. There's my finger. Come on. There it is. Makiki fries. And they are pretty much, they're made just up the road from local grown potatoes. Where is it? There it is. Local grown potatoes. And they're quite nice. They're quite good chips. They're a bit different to McCain. They cook them in something else. And yeah, they're decent. Show us, please. There must be a South Island thing. I've never heard of them. And yeah, they are quite nice. I guess another thing, have you heard of a cheese roll, Johnny Blaze? Because I remember my sister, when she went to the North Island, no one knew what cheese rolls were. And I feel like in the South Island, that's just kind of like a staple. You know, you have your fundraiser for cheese rolls and whatnot. Hot oil, soak oil, and paper towels. Munchies as well, says Aneva Wilson. And we have also got no oil. No oil at all in them. I think you can add a little bit of oil if you want, but it kind of just rotates them all. And you voted other windows over there and said, I'm sure it did, Johnny Blaze. I got snack crates as well. What are they, Henry Samuel? I feel like this has become like a food chat with you guys. So at this stage, I better mention the try scorers, other ones who are going across the screen at the bottom for anyone tuning in. Although pretty much everyone who is watching at the moment, I think, are just our normal subscribers. So that is all good there. But yeah, have you heard of cheese rolls, Johnny Blaze and Maxi? Do let me know. And Henry Samuel as well, and Aneva, I guess. We have also got there, I've heard of cheese rolls, but I'm yet to ever have one, bro. Sounds mega tasty, though. Yeah, they are good. They're pretty much, yeah, they're good. They are just pretty much a piece of bread with some cheese/onion soup coating mix thing in the middle. Like, and it kind of, yeah, they're nice. They sound weird to talk about, but we have them as well, which I might think about having soon. Yes, cheese rolls, says Maxi. Yeah, I think it's more of a South Island thing to have cheese rolls rather than a North Island one. If I'm not wrong, my mum, dad, and my little sister are up in Auckland. Well, me and Isaac are up in Auckland as well. Said Henry Samuel, well, me and Isaac. Is that different Isaac to my Isaac? I assume that is maybe your brother Isaac. Or who is Isaac? Do let me know. But yeah, cheese rolls are good. And also crackers. And I have eaten a cheese roll as well, like a creamy, cheesy mixture in the middle. Says Marco Vinapolo Beer. Yep, bro. Had them in on Onehunga. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Auckland as well, says Aniva. And my brother Isaac. Yeah, so I feel like it's one of those ones, I feel like I well and truly messed up the description. As you guys can tell, when it comes to general food, I suck at trying to describe it. Pretty much, it's like a mix of, it would be cheese, and also they kind of put like an onion soup, like mixture in there to add a little bit of an onion taste. And it's pretty much just a whole heap of cheese inside of a piece of bread that you cook, and it crispens up. How did Rico play? Says Maxie, he didn't actually get too many opportunities, Rico Ioane. Looking at it, he made 5 tackles and also 12 meters carried. He had 3 carries and 2 defenders beaten. So when he had the ball, he actually didn't do too badly, but he just didn't really get it. Unfortunately, looking like making the AB's midfield, you reckon? It's a hard one. You know, it depends, because I know they love going with that Goodhue and Leonard Brown combo with maybe a Laumape at 10, although he's going to front, so maybe not. Havili's trying to work his way in there as well. I'm a terrible selector, I've realized, but I feel like Rico Ioane, for that pace factor, anytime he has the ball, it looks like they're going to keep on going forward and try and create that opportunity. Whereas some players, I feel like they end up getting a little bit static, but he was kind of like just hitting it up. And I mean, 12 meters carried from the 3 carries. It doesn't sound like a lot, but then 3 defenders beaten as well. He only touched the ball 3 times, I think, because it says that he only made 3 passes, so he really didn't have too much of he didn't really get too many opportunities, unfortunately, for him. Auckland trying to recreate a South Island classic as well. You don't suck at eating, but you do suck at talking about it as well, says Henry Samuel. And I feel like that is a very fair point. Lester Fainanaku should be AB's over arrogant Rico. That's another point. Is he going to put his name down as a left wing Fainanaku, or is he going to put himself down as a midfielder? Because he did play pretty well for the Crusaders in that midfield as well. Goodhue and Anton Leonard-Brown, too similar. That is something I have said, even in the last Tri Nations, I was mentioning how you got to have either a pacey player or a power player, because of the fact that, like, yeah, Leonard-Brown and Goodhue, they're consistent and they're consistently good, but it's when you have the likes of a Rico Ioane with that extra pace or a Laumape with that power that kind of opened up the opportunities, because or else the defense are kind of just marking the same guy in a way, and they kind of have that kind of shut down pretty well as well. And we have also got there Fainanaku and Rico have the same problem with Will Jordan. Will Jordan too, defense, says Lax. Yeah, unfortunately, Will Jordan's missing quite a few tackles lately, I have noticed. I will actually quickly have a look at the stats in the Western Force versus Crusaders game, because he actually missed that first tackle on Tony Pulu, although we can't hold that against him too much, because Tony Pulu is Tony Pulu, and he is an absolute they actually say, yeah, made 2 tackles, Will Jordan, and missed 2 tackles in that match for the Crusaders. Also, Sione Arvili making 15 tackles, though very impressive from that man in the number 7 jersey. We've also got there, yeah, I like David Arvili at 12. He likes an Owen Farrell play or type of playmaker 12, as well as a super combo. In my opinion, they're both the same player. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that is what a lot of people have been saying. Why is it on again, says Daniel. We are doing a post-match review where we have talked about hot chips and cheese rolls and also the midfield combo for the All Blacks, which I feel like is just one of those things we end up just going crazy, or not crazy, but just in terms of we end up off topic, but I love it because it's just us all chilling out. I'm on the AB's team at the wing position. Tell you what, with the pace he's got, he could be an option as well. We got Maxi Brown out. I'm writing a book as well. Good work, brother. What is your book about, Maxi? Do let me know. Enjoy the chips as well. I certainly will, mate. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll tune in tomorrow, says James as well. And yeah, thank you very much earlier on, James, for your donation of your super sticker as well. Hugely appreciated there. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well. How did Hoskins Satutu play, bro? Says Dartignon. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. He came off the bench in about I think it was about the maybe 55th minute for Akira Ioane, and he had a couple good moments. Hoskins Sotutu, I feel like he would have liked to have a little bit more time out on the field, but he just didn't quite get as many opportunities. Like, I look at his stats here very quickly, and I feel like maybe he had about 4 touches of the ball. He was important in that rolling maul, though, for the for the Blues. So, and we have also got there in the chat memoir, Max Files as well, like the name. We have also got writing a book, awesome stuffs, mate, as well. You will have to let me know when that comes out, Maxi, and I will be sure to give it a shout out. Definitely on the channel, because you've been here for a very long time, that is for sure. And you're almost, I guess in a way, it's a memoir, but you're almost a mentor, I guess you could say, on the channel a little bit. You've got a lot of knowledge, and yeah, you've been able to help us out big time, so it's very much appreciated. But yeah, Hoskins Sotutu, looking at the numbers there, he ended up with 32 carries from 2 carries and 1 defender beaten. So from his 2 carries, he actually made quite a few meters. And we have also got, for the tackles, he was able to make 8 Gs. So he's actually busier than I thought he was. I feel like the haircuts, him, Tui Pelotu, and also Akira Ioane, their hair all kind of ends up confusing me for sure. Corey Jane could come back to play for the Hurricanes because Julian Savvy is 30 and is playing, says Henry Samuel, although I think he is pretty happy about just being on the coaching staff there, Corey Jane, at the stage. Rico loves being in rucks. Whainga Nuku loves, like Statistics smiling as well, says Lex Axel and Amua and Tokiaho need to be in the mix ASAP. Cole's far too old. Don't waste time giving him game time as well, says Marco Vunipola Bear. And yeah, Safa Moore, I feel like, is a guarantee. Tokiaho, the only thing with him that I feel like they'll look at is that line-out success rate, because I feel like overall, I think the Chiefs almost have the lowest line-out success so far this season, which is a bit of a shame because they have got a strong line-out when they have got it going the way that they want it to. Corey Shane looks like 45 as well. And we have also got, why do Blues have to rest 80? Wait, do Blues have to rest AB players? Says Lax Axel. Maybe that is the case. Maybe that's why Mwanga and whatnot weren't actually there, not because of the fact that they wanted to rest them for the Crusaders side of it. Maybe it was the All Blacks side. So maybe the Blues might rest them a little bit later. And we have also got there, Marco, yeah, hard yards and laters, everyone. Thanks, bro, says Maxi. No worries, mate. And once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Peter Albert has said hi again. Welcome back to the live stream as well. Hard yards over the easy ride. Easy day. Great stuff, mate. You're a legend. As well, says Marco Vunipola Bear. I needed to take piss, says Henry. Blunt, but straight to the point. I like it, Henry. We have also got, I miss playing MLB Road to the Show. And that's the thing. I need to start up my Be a Pro series. Like, I created my character, but I haven't actually ended up doing anything to do with it as well. What time will you be going to? I assume that is Daniel, and I will be going probably till around 12. Around 12:20. I think we'll have another 5 minutes or so. Then I'll go eat my chips, and then we will be coming back at 5 a.m. for our next live stream of the Bulls versus the Stormers. So that should be a good match as well. Rhino Amua, no wonder he gets HIAs as well, says Lax Axel. As Damian McKenzie will play, I know, says Penny Albert. He is suspended for 3 weeks, so he's going to be missing out the rest of the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition, unfortunately. A mandatory rest, I reckon, says Maxi. And yeah, that's the thing. Mwanga, he's played every game, and I think he's started pretty much all of them as well. Same with Sever Reese. He's been a busy boy. With George Bridge being injured, hopefully he will be back for the All Blacks, because that's the thing with him injured, and also, you know, that number 11 jersey's been cut wide open because of Caleb Clark ending up going to sevens as well. So there's a big opportunity for the likes of a Whainga Nuku or someone like that to be able to move their way into there. Do you know if they're doing a North versus South again? I haven't heard anything, but I would love if they did, because that match was phenomenal. Like, the way that it finished as well, I think just made it, like, everyone was so hyped for it, and it delivered in that regard with the last-minute try. So hopefully we do get to see it again. Could you please live stream the Rugby Challenge 4 career mode? Or is it just episodes? I am planning on doing a Rugby Challenge 4 Be a Pro, but I am hoping to do it as live streams and kind of play maybe 2 matches or so per live stream, just because of the fact that I feel like in those episodes, they are nice to do. They take quite a bit of editing with all of the zooms and everything, but also it's more of the factor that you guys don't really get to see the whole picture, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of get to see a short amount of what is happening in the game rather than kind of how everything is setting up. So it's either make the episode slightly longer or do them as a live stream, because I normally play 20-minute games for Be a Pro. So it is very hard to squeeze that all down into a short video. So yeah, I think I am going to be doing the live streams, and hopefully they will be starting up soon as well. And we have got speaking so fast, hard to understand. Think about different cultures, maybe, says Aaron. And I am sorry, or Aaron, sorry. I end up getting excited and end up just rambling, to be fair. Is that for this one, Aaron, or for the actual live stream? Do let me know, because I have been trying my best to kind of slow it down a little bit. Like, in terms of, normally I end up saying full names of players rather than just the last name. So then I end up, going very quick, unfortunately. But I will try my best to slow down a little bit in the future as well. But thank you very much for the feedback as well. Any feedback on these ones is very much appreciated. So yeah, if anyone else has anything as well, be sure to put it in. And we do take everything into consideration. North versus South should be a yearly occurrence. How good as well. Plummer needs to be get dropped. He came on once again, but Blues under pressure as well, says Laxay. So you're not the best moment for him, unfortunately. I like how you made round one scores and things, and then you stopped as well, says Henry Samuel. I think it just came down to the amount of editing, because that was like me trying to learn how to use the green screen, and the amount of editing that took, after doing it. It was kind of like one of those ones how normally I end up doing my preview and review kind of thing of the matches anyway. So like when I do a post-match review, I feel like that was kind of the same thing as kind of like a round summary. So that was the logic behind that one. Marco Votopolabia has also said Harry Plummer has never done anything good in a Blues jersey except add more pressure and strain on the midfield and miss multiple kicks at goal while playing 10 as well. Yes, kicking accuracy hasn't been great, has it? Your speed is all good, mate. No issues at all, brother. And also we have got Make More Cricket live stream, please, says Henry Samuel. I think I'm going to be doing that on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, I think is the way to go, because of the fact that it's hard, because I want to do more live streams on this channel with cricket and whatnot, but then I feel like we've almost dug very deep into a rugby kind of, I guess you could say, market, if that's the right word for it. We're kind of right in the rugby community, so I'm not sure whether you guys would also want to see kind of sports outside of that, because I'll be keen to do the KFC Big Bash again, but I'm not sure whether or not you guys will be keen to see those ones as well. But at this stage, I believe there was the game going on between the Black Caps and England, and it was rain delay, and I think it was going to be raining for most of today, unfortunately for them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The next round, or the next round and a half, I should say. We've still got 3 games to go, 2 tomorrow and 1 the next day. Have you ever seen Dude Perfect? I have indeed. Very skilled individuals. I know that George wanted to start a trick shot channel at one stage, but then we went outside and realized we aren't very skilled at trick shots. So we decided, nah, I don't think that one's for us. So we have got Blues reveal and physicality. Need more of it. That's their style, I reckon. And yeah, that's the thing with a huge 4-pack like they've got, like they're 900 plus kgs. You got to use that size to your advantage, because if you do, yes, the Reds are a very solid 4-pack, but I expect the Blues scrum to be able to dominate the Rebels next week because of the fact that they are just one of those, they're one of those sides that if they get their scrum under control, they will be able to do a very good job indeed. Nearly at 2.4K subs, cool bro. A quarter of the way to 10K, woohoo, says Marco Vonapolabia. The support on these videos in the channel, I just get overwhelmed with, really, because we just keep on growing. At this stage, what are we sitting at now? We're sitting at a total of 2,392, which is a huge number, because of the fact that we thought maybe we get to 1,000 by the end of next year, but we are already there, and we just keep on growing, and there's plenty more rugby to go so far in the next couple of months, so that is very exciting as well. When you get a chance to watch my Bowden Barrett montage and my Dan Carter montage, says Henry Samuel, I will try my best to get that in. That's the thing. I haven't been able to watch any YouTube over the past kind of couple months. Even the Kiwi Lads gaming channel, when we upload on there, I hardly get a chance to watch them. But we have got a new series that is going to be starting up very soon that you guys hopefully will enjoy. It's pretty much, as a bit of a teaser, it's prehistoric, and me and George are going to be in the situation of trying our best to survive in a world with some dinosaurs. So whether or not you guys know what game that is, do let me know. And we have got, don't you get a silver play button at 10K? I believe it is silver at 100K, if I'm not wrong. I don't think you get, I don't think you get it for 10. I think it's just, 100. And then a gold play button at 1 million, and then a diamond play button at 10 million. Although I feel like 10 million may be aiming a little bit too high for us in that regard. But I mean, maybe there's 10 million people who watch rugby, so we'll have to wait and see. Arc nailed it straight away, Laxac. So we are going to be playing a bit of Arc on that channel. I'm falling asleep, Hamish, bro. Sorry, dude. I'm tired. Cheers, Hamish, for everything. You're a champion. Thanks, mate. See you tomorrow, bro. As well, says Marco Votapolo Bear. No worries, mate. Be sure to get some sleep because we have got plenty more games happening this weekend. It's going to be exciting. I think that's almost going to be the end of this post-match review as well, because we are sitting at 30 minutes and I have been rambling for a very long time, and the chips, I can confirm, are probably only a couple minutes away from being ready. So that is exciting news. And I will be scoffing them down in a big hurry. And yeah, we will be getting prepared for the live stream that's going to be happening a little bit later on. And that is going to be the live stream between the Stormers and the Bulls. Good night, Hamish. Chat. Cheers, fellow. Cheers, fellas. GG as well. Have you uploaded the first video on the Kiwi Lads reaction channel yet? Not yet. We still need to make the banner, the logo, and then George has actually edited the first video. So all we have to do is get it prepared, and then it will be able to get uploaded. So maybe it is a next week or the week after type arrangement, but that's going to be a new channel. And as soon as there is the channel there, I will be sure to let you guys know about it so you can hit that subscribe button. But nonetheless, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button on this channel as well. We have got more rugby content coming tomorrow with the 2 matches of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, Highlanders and the Waratahs, and also the Brumbies versus the Hurricanes. But nonetheless, that is going to be the end of this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you all for the next ones.